Okay, let's get to it. The third edition of Six with Sal. A little bit of a rule change here. Badabooms had the idea to do the snake draft to start, which I think was a good idea. The problem is with only 2 people and 3 picks each, it doesn't feel like the snake draft is working. So let's just go straight up draft. Six with Sal. Top 6 things. Today's topic is going to be all-time WFAN shows. That means any show that is aired on WFAN. Doesn't have to be one that's been there for years or a mainstay Monday through Friday. It could be a weekend show. Ed Randall's Talking Baseball, Rick Wolf, if that's your thing, the Latin Beat, Sports on Wax, shows Badabooms that I produce that you don't even know about. Ann Liguori, throw shows in there, whatever it may be. Any show that is aired on WFAN counts. Now, how do you want to do the first pick here? I won the last 2 weeks by majority consensus here. You were awful with the Super Bowl selections for the food. You want to flip a coin? Do I still just get the winner takes the ball here? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's up to you. You want to toss your cap? Maybe let me go first this time.
No. Oh no, I'll take the first pick. We could. I don't have a coin on me. Maybe starting next week we'll flip. But for this is something important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take. I gotta make sure I win this one of all the ones. The WFAN greatest show. So number 1 pick I have. You follow suit after that. Okay. I'm going to go with, I think the obvious choice here, if you've listened to me for any amount of time, even you, Badabooms, you would know where I'm going here. I think it's the greatest sports talk show of all time. It is Mike and the Mad Dog. That has to be the first pick. Any lineup that I'm building with any kind of fan Mount Rushmore, or in this case, Six with Sal, top 5 list, whatever, Mike and the Mad Dog will always be atop my list. So they are number 1.
Yeah, that's Mendoza right there. Like, you're taking Mendoza.
Mendoza? Get the hell out of here, Mendoza. That's Brady. Not Mendoza.
No, in this draft, why is everything always about Brady, Sal? Enough.
Mike and
no
the
more
Mad
Brady.
comparing Mike and the Mad Dog to Mendoza is an insult to Mike and the Mad Dog. That's all I'm saying.
In the 2026 NFL draft, Tom Brady's not in there.
I got you. Okay.
I didn't say it's Arvell Reese. I said it's Mike.
Yeah. Easy with your Mike and the Mad Dog stuff. Easy.
This year, Mendoza's the first overall pick. In this draft, Mike and the Mad Dog is the first overall pick.
You're on the clock, Badabooms. Pick 2. What do you got?
With my first overall pick, maybe a little surprising to some people, currently the longest running show on the Fan, I'm going Boomer and Gio. All right, I love.
Wow.
That's shocking.
Well, right out of the gate, a little bit, because I know how much you love Evan Roberts, so I can't blame you. You got to build a strong lineup here because you actually have to win one of these things. Go ahead, explain yourself. Sorry to jump you there.
It's got a lot of great moving pieces. It's got a lot of great characters besides Boomer and Gio. I love Jerry. I love Al, and especially the great Eddie Scazzeri, who's hanging it up at the end of the year. I mean, Eddie himself is a character with the drops. Whether it be a true story or jam it up the A-gap. So I walk around at work sometimes just saying, jam it up the A-gap, jam it up the A-gap, jam it up the A-gap.
You've got issues. And BT used to walk around at work like that, saying jamming up the A-gap as well. All right, so Boomer and Gio, that would have been one under consideration for me, but now that is your first pick. All right, so I'm back on the clock here. Pick number 3 overall. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to choose to do. You can do it however you want. Shows that you think were the best, shows that you like the best. I'm doing it with shows that impacted me the most over the years. Me personally the most. And number 2 pick for me is going to be Francesa's NFL Now on Sunday. I love that show. Mike and the Mad Dog, Monday through Friday, Sunday mornings during football season, NFL Now. Do you remember that show, or no? You're too young to even appreciate it, really. Mike on Sundays?
I don't remember that, no.
It was so good. Driving around, going to get my betting ticket from the local bar, the little parlay slips. I used to listen to Mike wherever, running errands, going to pick up food. It was the best to me. I loved it. During the postseason, during the Yankee playoffs, he would talk some Yankee playoffs in there. So for me, the second pick is going to be Francesa's NFL Now.
Yeah, was that pre-Odyssey app?
Yes.
Because I had a little transistor radio, but that might have been.
No, what about in your car? Oh, it was probably before you were driving. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I just started driving.
I used to have the radio. I had a radio in my room. Whatever, like a 3-disc CD changer, but I had the radio on. That's how I would listen to Mike and the Dog back.
Like a boombox?
Yeah, I actually broke that thing when Clemens hit Piazza. Day-night doubleheader split. I went to the first game. Yankees beat the Mets at Shea. Doc was pitching for the Yankees. Game 2, came home. They went to Yankee Stadium. Clemens drills Piazza in the head. He's knocked out. His eyes rolling back in his head. I took a wiffle ball bat and smashed that stereo that my parents.
You were listening to your team in the World Series? Or were you trying to like sink
No,
it?
I was watching it, and the stereo just happened to be there, and I had a bat, and I smashed it with the bat, wiffle
So
ball
you
bat.
took it out on the radio?
Yeah, and my mother's like, "What'd you do? We bought you this thing." I know, it's really sad. I shouldn't have
Is that
done
your
that, but
biggest freak out in terms of
no,
reactions?
no, but it's one that I remember. I was really angry. Maybe the biggest freak out was Game 2, World Series 2000. Clemens throws the bat at Piazza. I was in the upper level there, the upper tier, second. I'm telling you, Bada Booms, if I could have, I would have physically jumped out of the second level at Yankee Stadium and run onto the field and took things into my own hands as far as it pertains to Roger Clemens.
Has
That
he
was
ever
like,
met Roger Clemens?
no. And to this day, I used to say I'm swinging on him if I see him. Now, I'm not going to swing on him because I don't want to get in trouble. That's assault, brother. I'm not going to do that. But I would let him know that I was not a fan of that. And we would have it out verbally at the very least.
So we've done A gap so far, and we've done boxes with Roger Clemens. So I'm gonna, parlay that into bad use of words there. My second overall pick, I think the greatest representation of New York Jet fans on the radio, Joe and Evan.
Oh, my God. That's your second pick overall. Dude, you can't help but lick Evan. You're obsessed with Evan.
Dude, Joe and Evan was, at least at the time, and I think still now, if it was still going on, you had the the seasoned Jet fan perspective, and you had the young, giddy and spry, and yay, the Jets, maybe they can win this time. And then Joe, oh, bro, they're never going to win for me again. They're never going to win for you. They're never going to win for your son. Just get over it, bro. All right, it's over, bro. So I love Joe and Evan. As a Jet fan, it's just so, I live vicariously through them when they were on the air.
I mean, dude, you're obsessed with it. If you had to pick one, which one do you like better, Joe or Evan?
I don't want to say that.
No, I'm asking you the question. You have to answer it. What do you mean?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Oh, you love them equally? You can't pick one or the other?
Yeah, no. Who do you love more, your mother or your wife?
My mother. Come on, it's not that hard.
Maybe that was a bad.
If you asked me Mike and the Mad Dog, I was gonna say, I can't pick those guys. I mean, yeah.
I mean,
No,
it's
I would
clear.
say
Is it
Mike.
not clear? You just had two picks and you took Mike.
I like the shows better. I don't think Dog Saturday show was on par with Mike's Sunday show. It's not favoritism. I love Mike and the Mad Dog, and I love Mike's NFL Now on Sunday. It was great.
Interesting. Did you ever print out a
You
Bruce
can't answer
Springsteen set list?
No, I don't. I'm not a Bruce fan. I can't understand how you can't. You just can't pick one, Joe or Evan.
No, I don't. I don't think I can. So I don't think I can.
Look at you being politically correct. All right, so far we each have one pick remaining. I have Mike and the Mad Dog. I have Francesa NFL Now. You have Boomer and Geo. You have Joe and Evan. My final pick, and this is a tough one here. Remember, like all due respect to all the great shows, we're only picking 3 each. And I'm going my personal favorites. With the 5th pick in the WFAN all-time shows draft, and my final pick, I select Mike's On. Francesa's solo show. What are you shaking your head at?
You just picked Mike 3 times.
He's the best to ever do it on the fan. What do you mean?
So you picked Mike 3 times.
You didn't even let me explain. So this was
All
the
right.
first. Now I was the last board op on the Mike and the Mad Dog show. Okay, so I'm saying also impacted me as a listener. I would call those guys. I got to work with those guys. Mike and the Mad Dog, unequivocally to me, the best show, best tandem to ever do it. Okay, that's number one. I told you how much I love the Sunday show. I used to call the Sunday show and talk about the Falcons. I couldn't do that during the week because they would hang up on me. Nobody wanted to hear about the Falcons. Nobody wants to hear about the Falcons, period. But at least on the Sunday show, it gave me a platform to do that. And I remember calling Mike one of those Sundays after the Falcons and Vic beat the Brett Favre-led Packers in Lambeau. First time they lost at home in a playoff game. And before I even got on, he goes, Sal and Ron Conkema, how about those Falcons, Sal? Matter of fact, I should send you the clip. You could insert it here. Sunday show. Mike's on. You have to remember, Dog left. It was Mike, me, and Eddie Erickson was the producer. Matter of fact, Mike, the first time I was on the air, outside of doing like a couple of, Christmas Eve shows or New Year's Eve shows, Mike let me fill in and do the picks instead of Dog, the over-unders. I did that. Me. I did that with Francesa on the fan. It went from Mike and Chris doing the over-unders to Mike and me doing those over-unders. I'll never forget that. The Sal special that he created where I give a football pick on Fridays. and then doing those over-unders with him and the experiences that I had with him. Come on, going down to Port St. Lucie, Super Bowl, all that stuff. And I love the show. So, yeah, Mike's on. I'm sorry. I mean, name me about. There were some considerations there. Beningo maybe on the overnight. Boomer and Gio would have been a consideration. You took that. I'm going to go, Boomer and Carden or Imus. Those are great shows. But for me, I was more of a sports fan. So Imus with the politics taken out of it. And Boomer and Carden was more of just an entertaining morning show. So I'm sorry. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm going Mike's on. So I got Mike and the Mad Dog, NFL Now with Francesa, and then Mike's on as my third pick.
I'll tip your hat for this one thing with Mike's on. One of, if not the best jingles in fan history. We got to do a jingles one too.
Mike's on. Yeah, okay, there you go.
It gets you the
WFAN
sports any way and it can. It's like that gets stuck in your head. You're done for the rest of the day. Joe and Evan, another great jingle there. Boomer and Gio doesn't have a jingle. Very disappointing.
Didn't think about that, I guess. Okay, what's your final pick?
So, Sal, I got to be honest. Like, everybody can kind of tell what's going on here. You're the humble guy. You don't want to do it. I completely understand. I see what I have to do here. And, I don't think it's a bad choice at all whatsoever. These guys deserve their flowers after, how things ended. My third and final pick, Sal, I'm going Boomer and Carton.
Oh, my God. Did you have to be a dick about it? I mean, come on.
Richard, not at all.
I'm not knocking the pick, obviously, but come on, the build up to it.
I don't see anything that I did
I'm
wrong
surprised you didn't go Carton and Roberts with how much you lick Evan, for goodness sake. I mean, good God.
I do lick Evan, no Diddy there, Sal, but I got to say Boomer and Carton, I mean, one of the funniest shows, if not the funniest radio show to ever be on the air. Again, with the characters, though, because there you go again with Al, Jerry, and Eddie. Maybe I'm just a really big Eddie Schizzeri fan, and I had to pick Eddie twice.
I mean, you could be a big Boomer fan.
Yeah, no, I definitely like Boomer. Not for the Jets. That's a completely different story. Oh, Boomer, you're terrible, bro. Boomer. But I do love hearing Boomer's Rangers opinion. I will say that everybody kills him. They're always on top of him. And back in the day with what's his name made the song about Boomer, nobody cares about hockey.
Yeah.
What was his name? I apologize for.
I have no idea. You talking about Al?
No, the guy they used to have in there. I don't know if he was a producer or whatever. He'd make the songs.
I have no idea. Somebody would make the songs?
Yeah, is it Tom or something?
Oh, Izzo Digital?
Yes,
Izzo?
Yes, yeah.
I didn't know he made songs.
Izzo.
All right.
So another drop right there.
So
I want to finish my Boomer point.
What? Go ahead. What was it? What are you drowning on? Well, get to it. What is the point?
No, everybody kills Boomer about hockey, but I think Boomer's at his best when he's a fan. And when he's talking about the Rangers and stuff, it needs to be done more. So this is me going on stand right now. More hockey, Boomer. More hockey.
All right. So you love, who do you love more? Boomer, Joe, Evan, Carton. You got to rank those four.
I have to?
Yes. Yeah, because I'm asking you to do it, just as a tag to this piece.
I have to do this right now.
Yeah, come on. Do it.
Yeah, but Sal, you understand what...
Answer the question. It's not that hard. Boomer, Carton, Joe, Evan. Rank them. 1 through 4.
All right, so Joe and Evan 1A, 1B, Boomer, Carton 1B, 1B. Right?
What a cop-out. All right, so I have Mike and the Mad Dog, Francesa NFL Now, and then Mike's on. You have Boomer and Gio, Joe and Evan, Boomer and Carton. Put them up. Let's see who wins week 3 of 6 with Sal.